All month long, the National Safety Council is celebrating ways to stay safe this summer with tips for families, kids, and even our pets too.
From 4th of July fireworks to hot summer days, pet and lifestyle expert Charlotte Reed says there are a lot of different ways we need to watch out for our furry friends. She joins us with some summer safety tips. Good morning, Charlotte. How are you today?
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thanks for coming on. So, it is summer, warmer weather. So important for our dogs and pets to get enough water. So with that in mind, how do we make sure that our pets are well hydrated?
Well, I'm glad that you brought that up because a lot of the biggest concerns involve actually heat, and hydration is one of them. So one of the most important things is to make sure you're hydrating your dog constantly throughout the day. Maybe you want to add ice cubes, or maybe you want to get, like, for example, we love our Yeti bowls and our Yeti cups. Actually, Yeti makes pet bowls now. So when you're leaving your pet, make sure the water is full, it's nice and clean. Maybe you want to add some ice. The other thing is, pet parents are always on the go. So you want to make sure you take your water, but you also want to have a good water bowl with you. I actually like this Loving Pets water bowl. As you can see, it's on legs. And although the bowl is actually, graded, I like it because, believe it or not, now they come in two sizes. This is the large and a small, but I like this bowl because, as you can see, it comes with a carabiner, so you can fold it flat. So whether you clip it on your jeans or whether you clip it on your bag, you can always have a water bowl. The legs make it nice and sturdy, especially if you're outdoors or you're traveling somewhere. This way, especially if you have a large dog, he will not kick it over. So important.
Good to know. Well, another aspect of summer is being outdoors. Ticks and fleas are a big part of that. Are there ways that people can protect their pets?
Sure, but actually first, let me tell you about sunscreen, because believe it or not, pets need sunscreen too, just like people. And Canine Care, this EpiPet sunscreen, is great. It is the only FDA-approved sunscreen for pets. And it's in a sports bottle, so you can spray it like this, but you can also get that underbelly for the pet. And what's important about sunscreen, especially a lot of hairless dogs are really important. A lot of hairless dogs we're seeing, and cats we're seeing everywhere. So you want to make sure your hairless dog, your dog that's low to the ground, your dog that's been in and out of the water because it's waterproof, as well as golden retrievers and other breeds that are susceptible to skin cancer. Important to have that sunscreen. Okay, flea and ticks, that's what you talked about. Flea and tick protection is always really, really important. And, but the way the economy is going with finances, you still want to be able to find a high quality topical for your pet. But one of the things that I'm always surprised about, cat owners. Cat owners never believe, especially the ones who keep their cats inside, that their cat can actually get fleas. And you can bring them in on your shoes. If you've been to the dog park with your dog, your cat can still get fleas. So it's important to have really good protection for your pet. So TevraPet has ActiSpot, what comes in two classifications, and really it's based on weight, because really you want to make sure you kill the fleas, the flea larvae, and the flea eggs. And once again, this is waterproof, because a lot of pet owners don't realize that not only can the pet suffer from itching and scratching in hot spots and be allergic to flea dermatitis, but people in the home can also suffer, not only because they can get bitten, because let's face it, a lot of us sleep with our pets these days, but you also don't want to have a flea infestation in your house, because other than any health bills that you can incur, your husband or your kids, you can also have to have your house exterminated. So we definitely want to make sure all of our pets, not only dogs, but our cats, are on flea protection as well. And the great thing is this is economical. So it's same quality, but you're spending a little less. Another thing, a lot of people have, since they've been stuck inside, I know your last guest said, things have changed, especially with COVID. We've been stuck inside a lot. Now this summer, people want to travel. They want to go places. They want to take their pets. So one of the things I recommend to keep your pet happy and healthy, because let's face it, in the summer you have guests, maybe you have trips, maybe you have boarding, and the list goes on and on and on. So I recommend this King Canine. Actually, it's great. It's a green immune, right? It's a supplement. And it's green. You can make a little yogurt shake for your dog, pour it on his food. And what I like about it, it's packed with all those things that people really need, like your antioxidants, and the list goes on, because the vitamin C and everything like that, which is also always really, really good to make sure that your pet is staying safe. So we want to make sure that we completely take care of our pets that way. The other thing you want to think about as well is you want to think about any especially in your yard, any snakes, any amphibians. They can also cause a lot of damage to your pets as well as your yard. So it's important to have something to protect yourself, even when you're walking your dog. I mean, I'm in Florida. I travel back and forth to New York because I'm a New Yorker at heart, from New York. And snakes are a big problem. And especially if they're in your yard, you want to definitely protect your pet. A lot of people don't realize, they don't really know the reptiles and amphibians in their area, and it's a good idea to know that. Just like mushrooms, they come about. So if you have this Toadal Repellant, which is great, you just spray it once or twice, and all of a sudden that amphibian, that possibly dangerous amphibian or snake, could actually be stunned. And this product is actually FDA approved, and it's made with ingredients that you know, plant-based, things that you can recognize. It's kid and pet safe. So it's really important to protect your pets.
I don't know about you, Sistine. If I see a snake, I think I'm spraying more than once or twice.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
I might
running.
be spraying like 10 times.
No more than 3 times. The first time it'll it's like really the effect is like a plant-based irritant.
Oh.
So they'll start to itch and hop away. If you want to sedate them so you have time to get away,
Excellent.
you want to spray no more than 3 times. Absolutely.
Listen, these are some great tips. Your dogs are adorable. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks so much. And be careful of those fireworks on 4th of July. Well in advance of the fireworks, crate your pet. Make sure that he's in a room where guests can't get to, because a lot of times kids and guests will open the doors. And also, if you need a calming remedy, there's CBD, there's other herbal remedies. Talk to your vet. And if you're really worried about your pet getting out or problems, board him at a facility, because a lot of people don't realize. Make sure you have those microchipped and ID tags, because 4th of July weekend, a lot of pets end up in shelters.
Right.
Great tips.
Great tips. And with that, we will be right back.